Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's PowerPoint Day. This is the second half of Relationship is the Yoga of the West. So let's see what we're talking about today. All right, so my first slide has to do with, yes, remember your own culture and ethnicity. Not choosing to align with that is a way of abdicating your own center. And if we're going to have a planet where we don't destroy anybody's individual uniqueness and we allow for the coat of many colors, it begins by you accepting your own. Because once you accept your own, you'll be able to see it in other people, and then you'll be able to honor and respect the same thing that you honor and respect in your own, assuming you honor and respect your own. So look, it doesn't matter the skin pigmentation. We all have the human quality in our biology and our psychology. Everything else is socially constructed. Can you see suffering as grace, as my teacher used to share with us? Say if someone comes in and does a 2-week fast, and I say, hey, that's great. You've deprived yourself from eating, you feel great. But when I walk out in the street and a homeless person comes and says, I haven't eaten 4 days, I don't say, good, keep going another 3 days. You really clean yourself out. Why? Because the person who's voluntarily taken upon themselves to minimize or completely eliminate food for a couple of days, it's a self-chosen suffering. But the person who's homeless doesn't think of it as something that they've chosen. They think of it as deprivation. So it's so interesting how just with a change of attitude, suffering becomes a kind of grace. Nonetheless, stop trash talking. Stop casting shade on people. The mouth is the quill of the heart. You can really tell where a person's coming from by how they choose to communicate. The words they say, the metaphors they use, the tone of voice, the facial expression. The mouth is the quill of the heart. Learn to speak beautifully. Now, how do we face the shadow that exists in every single teaching? Well, first, you have to realize you got to go beyond belief. It may get you going at the beginning to unite yourself with other people who have similar interests. But later on, believers in other systems are seen as apostates, heretics. So at some level, belief does not unite, except within the tradition. And even within the tradition, are there sects within Christianity or Judaism or Hinduism that don't believe what other people who supposedly say they're Jewish or Hindu or Christian believe in? Belief unites? No, belief divides. So find what's egocentric, stuff that feels good. That's how you weave the tapestry of your life. This quote from Neil David Walsh. The day will come when you'll renew your life, review your life, and be thankful for every minute of it, every hurt, every sorrow, every joy, every celebration, every moment of your life will be a treasure to you, for you'll see the utter perfection of the design. You'll stand back from the weaving and see the tapestry, and you'll weep at the beauty of it. Oh, I hope you can find that. Sometimes the sorrow doesn't feel so beautiful, does it? Nonetheless, so many people suffer from significance hunger, from systematic discouragement in their life. They didn't receive the eye of blessing, the laying on of the hands. So most people got the squint eye, the malocho. They didn't get the encouragement to see the beauty inside themselves and follow their heart's yearning. Joseph Campbell reminds us that the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Where you stumble, that's where your treasure is. And so once you realize that your faith has the power to create, faith in what you believe has the power to create it. So are you going to live the pleasant life of simply enjoying yourself, or the good life of engaging yourself, or the meaningful life in terms of affiliation with the things that are significant and of value to you? Only you will know. Now, I love the way to describe karma really quickly. Banana peel, light switch, and alarm clock karma. Banana peel, you step in the banana peel, you fall down. I did this, this happened. Instant karma, can't not realize the cause and effect there. Light switch karma, you turn the light on here, the light goes on over there. Instant karma as well, but the wires were hidden. And then alarm clock karma, Go to sleep at 11, set it for 7, forget about it. 8 hours later, bring, oh, it woke me up. And I set it with my own hand. So there's the time lag phenomena between when you set things in motion and when it comes back to you. So create with intention. Intention is the seed that creates the future. What are you paying attention to? What do you want? Most people are more masters of creating what they don't want. And of course, the disappointed feeling that you get what you don't want is not what you're wanting, right? So use your intention to create what you want. Pay attention to what you put your attention into, because it's solid gold. Anything you shine your attention to, it expands. Anything you withdraw your attention to, it withers. All right, so I'm an old hippie, Alfred E. Newman, I love you. Turn on, tune in, drop out, right? Get your mind out of the normal rut. Expand your consciousness to tune into the big picture, and then drop out of unloving roles. Okay? Don't have to play that game. Now, you have to understand, as I used to tell my college students, if you don't want them to know that you're stoned, don't let them ever see you when you're not. Yeah, okay. So I used to tell them, what's the difference between getting high and being high? College students, they're exploring. You can't tell anybody, don't you do that. That's immediately they're going to rebel and do it anyway. So I'd have to ask them, why do you get high when getting high means you come down? No matter what you do, haven't you noticed that? You can smoke it, you can pop it, you can drink it, you can bake it, you can mainline it. But you know what? No matter what you do, it doesn't last. It's not eternal. So why do you keep doing it if getting high means coming down? And when you're high, of course, you don't want anyone to bring you down. You hate that, right? It's a buzzkill, huh? So why do you do it if knowing getting the high is going to bring you down? Well, it's because being high is great. So the question really is not how I can get high, because I'm going to come down from that. The question is, what prevents me from being high? And now you're on the path. So luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I found that luck's quite predictable. If you want more luck, take more chances, be more active, show up more often. Putting yourself out there is what's going to change the tide and move it in your favor. And then in Buddhism, we cultivate something called aimlessness, which means being and acting for the sole purpose of being or acting in that way, without a further goal, motive, or ambition. We put the robe on to put on the robe. We simply love to love. We love simply to love. It's a beautiful idea. Just be with the thing you're doing. Like they say, if you're washing dishes, don't think what you wish you were doing. Think of what you are doing and wash those dishes. Then finally, great. What do I get the man who has nothing? Well, life is a koan, and your own life is the most unsolvable koan there is, but you can't solve it with your left brain, right? You got to get out of your head in order to come to your senses. And then there's ultimately Isaac's dream about the peasant who dreamt that there was a treasure underneath the bridge in St. Petersburg. Everybody thought he was crazy. But when he finally went there and he saw the bridge was exactly like it was in his dream, but the captain of the guard saw this nervous guy and he said, "What are you doing here?" And he spilled the beans. "Oh, I thought I had a dream that said there was a treasure underneath the bridge, so I came to St. Petersburg looking for it." The captain says, "You're such a dummy. I have dreams like that. You think I go all over the world? I dreamt it in some village a couple of 100 miles away, and underneath the hearth of this guy's house, whose name was Isaac, there was a treasure there. You don't see me going off like half-cocked in a crazy manner, do you?" And the peasant realized he was describing his house, so he went back, and there, underneath his own hearth, there was the treasure. Go back to your hearth, my friends. Find your treasure. Tomorrow will be the first in a series of 3 classes I'll be teaching at Yoga Shack, 1942 North Levitt, from 2 to 5. Tomorrow our topic will be low back, sciatic, sacral pain, scoliosis. If that appeals to you, come and join us from 2 to 5. I'm sure you'll get some good tips for your yoga practice. Have a great day.